Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can everyone hear my voice? Okay. Right, so I am not gonna wait so long because I'm also going out for time. Okay, so I'm gonna share with you today's talk about the series with 𝗂𝗏𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗔𝗔𝗓𝗔. So I'm gonna focus more on the 𝗂𝗚𝗂𝗏𝗔𝗓𝗵𝗂𝗔 pen. Now, as you can see on the screen right now, right? Okay, there's three testimonial pictures about these people wearing the 𝗂𝗚𝗂𝗏𝗔𝗓𝗵𝗂𝗏𝗧 pants. Okay, as you can see, the top one beside me about the varicose veins, he has been using the 𝗂𝗚𝗂𝗏𝗔𝗓𝗵 and have helped him in his popping varicose veins. As everybody knows that this issue can only be helped by massaging and also by operation. But also, it's not 100% that it will go off if you do operation, all right? And there's a lot of side effects with the operation that I found out recently. But Alhamdulillah, he has been wearing the pants and look at the amazing result, mashallah. Right, so now if you go down, you see the lady wearing the 𝗂𝗚𝗂𝗏𝗔𝗓𝗵 pants. Okay, this is her before after. This is more about the weight loss. Okay, so you can see her tummy is tucked in, her bum is lifted up, and she looks a bit slimmer, don't you think so? Kan, mashallah, just by wearing 𝗂𝗚𝗂𝗏𝗔𝗓𝗵 pants. And then now look at the gentleman on the other side, the one on wheelchair. He actually has brain problems, and he had a surgery in his brain, and then after the surgery he had a side effect, which causes impairment of his eyes and his legs. So of course, you know, if I were in his position, I would feel emotionally down. I couldn't do much things and everything. So he actually used the 𝗂𝗚𝗂𝗏𝗔𝗓𝗵𝗂𝗏 pants, and look at the picture. He is already moving his limbs, and he's like, you know, happy with the 𝗂𝗚𝗂𝗏𝗔𝗓𝗵𝗂𝗏 pants, and he's already like good to go. You know, look at him, mashallah, really good. Okay. Right. So you must be wondering, like, how these pens can even work, and what is this pens? You know, and you know, I receive a lot of people who are like, seriously, a pens can do all this? I tell you what, some people out there, they call these pens magic pens. Believe me or not, even I myself, I wouldn't really say super magic lah, but it does its job really good. Okay, I mean, I'm sure if you go through go to my Facebook downwards, right? There's a testimonial on mine with the 𝗂𝗚𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 pens. Okay, so I'm gonna share. This sharing is I'm gonna share with you how does these pens really work. All right. Firstly, you need to know that these pens has a technology in it, which is 𝗂𝗏𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗑 fiber. Okay, actually, 𝗂𝗏𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗑 fiber has been in the market for 25 years in Japan. Singapore is something really new, and that's why we are here to share people out there. But what condition fiber technology is not new to anybody. Okay, so 𝗂𝗏𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗑 fiber is a using state of the art technology to integrate ultrafine ceramics, and its diameter is 0.3 micrometer into the fiber. So which means that 𝗂𝗏𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗑 fiber is weaved into the fiber, okay, and it's very small. How small? It's smaller than blood cells and even smaller than bacteria. Kan, very small. If it's smaller than bacteria, then you need to use what do you call it? You know, that scope, you know, scientists use. Okay, it's in my mind, but it's not coming out from my mouth, so you know what I mean, yeah? Okay, so when we wear the Aulora pants, okay, the condension fiber will absorb in our skin, okay, it will absorb to our skin. So you just put it on any kind of Aulora series, be it pants, boxers, panties, socks. Once it touches our skin only, there's a technology that goes into us straight away, and that is called far infrared, shortcut IFR. Okay, once this is in, right, okay, actually how scientifically, right, condension will absorb into our body temperature and acting as a reflector to then release the far infrared. So once it touches here, it goes inside here, and then it will release inside our body. Okay, I found out that I also know that far infrared also goes through your tissues or all the way in, not only just the bloodstream but also our tissues, bodies. So that is how mashallah is, and it's natural. Okay, for your info. Yeah. Okay, so what are the benefits of this far infrared? It has 7 benefits. I'm not gonna really go through all, but I'm just gonna show you a little bit here and there. See, there's 7 benefits there, but I'm just gonna point out some few points of these benefits. Okay. So for these pens, first and foremost, far infrared is well known for blood circulation. Okay, before I knew about these pens, I've already done far infrared therapy. So usually I had stroke at that point of time. So in order for, yes, correct, far infrared works right deep into the cellular level, mashallah kan. So what I did was, that was a device. It was a device. So I had to sit on a chair, and there's a device below to put my my legs on it. And I remember that on my bum also there is a device for me to sit down. And it, of course, it has socket. So when I sat on it, it felt warm, and you know it has to use socket. So when you have Aulora pants, you don't need socket at all. You literally walk anywhere with it, and it's all on you. The therapy is on you 24 hours. That if you wear 24 hours lah. Yeah. So that is how good it is, right? Mashallah. So where was I? Okay, yeah. So when the far infrared have already touched our system, our tissues, our blood vessels, and then it was right on. Then it will start to do its job, which is blood circulation. Okay, so as you all know that our pump in our body, our heart, our heart in our body is the one that do the pumping more to pump out the blood, right? This one everybody knows, but what we did not know, or what we forget, is that our legs is actually our second heart. All right, our body system is like this, you know. It doesn't just go down, but it goes all over, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom. That is how our body works, mashallah, right? But because after our heart pumps out the blood, it's very easy because of the help of gravity. What about our legs? Do we exercise in the first place? Do we even have time to exercise in the first place? And how long do you exercise? 1 hour, 2 hours? And then after that, you got to go back to your daily lifestyle, and that's it. Hi, Taufik. Waalaikumsalam. Yeah. So these pants, once you wear it only, right, that's where it's like as if you are exercising for 24 hours. Okay. So okay. So far infrared will do the blood circulation starts moving, and then when you have the good blood circulation, right, it can also burn your calories. So there is some pens out there that works alike like this. I wouldn't say same. Okay, I'll tell you why. Alike. So when you wear the pants, they will give you blood circulation and it will burn your calories, but it will give you sweaty feeling. And then, you know, in between your thighs, you will have, skin to skin rub, and then you have some irritation down there, and then it's very hot. But our Aulora 𝗂𝗏𝗵 does not give you that at all, because firstly, it's very comfortable, it's very airy, and when we are perspiring, right, we don't feel at all, because when the wind blows, and that's it, it's gone, you know. Yeah, and it's very, very light. It's very, very light. Okay. Yeah, my son also agree. It's very, very light. Yeah. So as for some hold on, yeah, and yes, Aulora Pants pens regulate our body temperature. Which pens, I ask you, has which pens can regulate your body temperature? Honestly, I couldn't find one. Yeah, it's either they give you super warm, or either that, it makes you feel cold or cooler, and that's it. But to regulate your body temperature, I couldn't find any yet. But alhamdulillah, I'm not going to find any more. I'm just going to start with Aulora Pants. Okay, what does it mean that it can regulate the body temperature? Okay, when you go to cold countries and you wear the Aulora pants, uh, you won't feel that cold. It's like your thermal wear. Your body, it will regulate your body temperature uh, to its natural type, its natural temperature with the weather. So if it's cold, your body won't feel that cold with the temperature itself. If it's very hot, your body won't be that hot. Okay, I sleep in the aircon room. I always had, coldness when there's aircon, and I always like to go in at the lowest. After wearing the Aulora Pants, I don't really need a blanket at all. And if I feel my son's legs are cold, he has this, I don't know what's with kids, they just don't like the blankets. So what I did was I hugged him. I hugged him, and I don't think it took that long for him to feel warm. So it went to his his normal range of temperature in an aircon room. Subhanallah, right? Okay. So, like I said, many have forgot that our legs is our second heart. So when you wear it, you can already know, after I say so much things about blood circulation, automatically you know that the you wear the pants, the blood circulation pumps up back to your heart. And that is how good blood circulation should be going naturally. We are living in a concrete jungle. In Singapore, everywhere is concrete. Okay, unlike in kampong, why they are so energetic and everything. Okay, I'm gonna share a little bit science here that I've learned back then. Our body is made of ions. Everybody knows that. But what needs to be fed to our body is another ion, a natural ion, which is like wood, um, grass, sand, all nature. We need this ion to go into our body to to rejuvenate, rejuvenate, and to regulate what our body needs. Because we ourselves are made of 5 elements, and we need these 5 elements back. Of course, I mean for api no lah. I mean for fire tak lah kan. Yeah, but the rest of other things we need that. Yeah, correct. So hence this technology is a natural way also, and it's the most safest way uh, that that can help you. And it's a therapy 24 hours. Now with the situation right now, CB, MCO, lockdowns, where can you find someone who can actually massage you? And massage needs everyday massage or whatsoever. We can't do that right now. So our pants or our Aulora Pants series is the therapy for us every day, especially people like mothers. We can massage all our husband, our kids, but who's gonna help massage us? You get what I mean, right? So alhamdulillah for this. Okay, so and I'm gonna show you how these pants looks like, and also, right, this pants has a function of pressure. Okay, it gives you it actually point out the acupuncture pressure on our legs. So I'm gonna show you. Okay, everyone can see. Macam cikgu berbual, everyone can see. Okay, so if you can see here, right, from the ankle all the way to up, you see those beautiful colors of like circle-like, semicircle or something like those are actually acupuncture pressure. Okay, those are acupressure pressure. Even the acupuncturist does this. You know, if you understand what they do with acupuncture, they actually put needles. They actually use pressure via the needles, right? Mashallah, yeah. So I'm not going to dwell so much in that. So if you can see, the most pressure that is on the pants is the ankle. Yes, can I help you? Can you wait for a while? Okay. So the pressure, why is it on the ankle? Okay, because ankle is the most furthest away from our heart. Imagine if you're tall, how far that it has to go all the way, you know, all the way to the top. It's very, very hard, right? So that's why uh BE founders, they are, mashallah, he is so smart that actually he does from the bottom all the way to up. Even how they do these pants is also from the bottom to up. Yeah. So once the ankle side have put on pressure, it will start pumping, and then slowly, okay, you must be wondering like, why must have pressures and everything? Have you tried a tights on yourself? And imagine you buy the wrong size. It's very uncomfortable, right? Yeah, it is very, very uncomfortable. But I know some people, and I've seen testimonials of people like Makcik, Pakcik, those who goes to Umrah, do Hajj. They actually wear these pants to do sa'i, to do their tawafs. And you know, tawafs are like, you know, 7 times. And the ibadah doing it, the on Umrah and Hajj, is 24 hours. You know, I have friends who are like zombie, and they say, I don't want to sleep, you know. So I could really imagine that how this pants works on them, and they are very comfortable, and zero complaint. Okay, 1 minute. Zero complaint on the of the uncomfortable of the pants. It is very, very comfortable, unless you wear it salah lah. Okay, that one is another treater lah. Okay, we're not gonna say so much on how to wear the pants. So if they are comfortable with these pants, you can already imagine this pants is very, very comfortable already. Okay, and the acupuncture pressure is just nice for our legs. So the most not so tight is where the thigh is and the calf. Yeah, you just put a little pressure and it helps more for it. Yes. Okay. So when we have good blood circulation, right, and with all the pressures, with all the ergonomic designs and stuff like that, this good blood circulation can give you 4 things for you. 1 minute. 4 things. Okay. 1, it boosts the oxygen in our bloodstream. That is very important. Okay. If you are those who always exercise, like give yourself, okay, before you go to work, you go to swimming or you go to the gym, and then you do, you know, keto diet or what other diets in the list. But if your blood circulation has not enough oxygen, then I be honest with you, there is no point. Because why? You can't push out all the fats out. You can't do 100% detox out from your bloodstream, because in our bloodstream we do not know what is there, how long you live, when you were young, what were you feed, what kind of water we drink. Now our water is not pure natural water unless you stay in by the stream lah. Yeah, but you know, with all our lifestyle, we don't know what's inside our bloodstream. We don't know how dirty our blood is, you know. So how much, I do know some friends, they are marathon. They run like nobody business. Their hobby is their hobby, literally. Running is their hobby. And then they had good diet. But yet, that a friend of mine has gout. And a friend of mine has level 3 or level 4 kidney issue. Another one has a liver issue. That explains that how much you change your diet, how much your lifestyle is really, really good in other people's eyes, like running and stuff like that, you're still not that healthy, you see. So this far infrared can actually help you boost up. And even if you wear these pants to do exercise, it's double or triple or 10 times better. And it can help you even better, you know? I just received a message from a friend and she's been using this to do her jogging. She lost 4 kg in bulan Ramadan. And she don't use 24 hours yet. She didn't get a chance to use 24 hours because she feel really warm, too warm after jogging and stuff like that. So 4 kg just in 1 month. Imagine that. MashaAllah. Okay, so once we have more oxygen in our bloodstream, right? You have less pain. Less pain in terms of inflammatory, yes. Yeah, okay, die already. Uh, less inflammatory in your joints, and then no back aches, you know, stuff like that. Because why? You have more oxygen in it. All right, and also the more oxygen you have, the faster it pushes out all the fats out. Yeah, some fats are just so stubborn, like really, really stubborn. Yeah, so the more oxygen in your blood, it will push the fats out, and then oxygen can actually channels and send out neutron to the whole body. How amazing that is. Neutrons to our whole body. It channels and also send out. MashaAllah. And lastly, this is everyone's, especially ladies, yeah. It throws out toxic easily. The more oxygen you have, the easy it can detox out. So imagine you are going through detox and it goes bit by bit by bit, and it's like longer period. How long are you going to go through it? When you go detox, definitely you have healing crises. So these are the things that I would want to share. But if you want to know more, you know, you can chat with me and we can have a good chit chat time and sharing session about this. I can go deeper about this 𝗓𝗓𝗏𝗏 𝗔𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏. So I'm just going to share here because not enough time. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop sharing about the 𝗓𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 pants. And before I go, we're actually having a Hari Raya promotion till this Saturday. Look at that package. All right. You look at the pants, yeah. Look at the package. You buy 2 pants, you got 1 pair of 𝗄𝗏𝗁𝗍𝗂𝗍 socks. And that 𝗄𝗏𝗁𝗍𝗂𝗍 socks can even boost up your blood circulation. And then you get a free collagen. Stay tuned. Tomorrow I'm going to talk more about the magnetic collagen. Okay? So for the men's also. Okay, before also, there's a difference between men and women. So like I said, chat me up to know more, okay? So this promo is up till this Saturday. Please, please, please think it through. Think about your health. Health is wealth. If you have not good health, then everything is gonna run really low around you. Really. Okay, with that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat Hari Raya 𝗔𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Zahir dan batin.